It's week 2 of the National Football League, and we've got some history in this battle of...
Out is Eddie Pinheiro to get this one started. Off we go from Vegas. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
He's coming off one of those games, Mike, where he just wasn't good enough. I mean, he wasn't bad by any stretch of the imagination. He was good at times. He just wasn't good enough times. And I think when you're playing the quarterback position and all of the focus is on you, your play has such a direct correlation between wins and losses.
Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. And the defense has him.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
Here comes the Denver offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
When we sat down with him earlier in the week, Mike, as you would imagine, he wasn't exactly thrilled when we brought up the fact that he had 4 interceptions in last week's game. You could tell it was still on the top of his mind. He was still working to put it behind him. I think my biggest takeaway was just how excited he was to get back on the field and have a fresh start. And I think we want to see him get off to a fast start here early, get some easy completions, put last week behind him. If he can move forward and he can play to the level he's capable of, I think they're going to have a lot more success here in this one today.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump?
Encroachment, defense. Still first down.
So now, from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. He'll get this forward, no signal. They're going to mark him down at the 1. A little closer. Here's second and goal. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Touchdown, Broncos. That his first touchdown of the new year. So the turnover turns into a quick touchdown, and Greg, that's exactly how you want your offense to take care of business.
Anytime your defense can create those sudden change situations, Mike, absolutely, you have to take advantage of it. 1 second, you're sitting on the bench, going over your next drive. All of a sudden, after that turnover, you've got to be able to get out on the field and go. Take advantage of the short field, and results in a nice touchdown.
So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. They're trying to hold on to the football this time. Had the fumble on the opening possession, which led to a touchdown. So they trail early as they get it back first and 10. Come to the line now on second and 2. Here's a first carry for their running back. And it doesn't appear that he got to that first down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up third down. Now they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. They're able to convert by plenty on that 3rd and 1.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Vegas.
That's good for Las Vegas.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
It's so easy to underestimate the speed of this quarterback until you get on the field. They break down your pursuit angle so quickly because of that speed, so give credit to the defense. They understand it's a collective effort to contain this guy, and this time, defense wins and brings him down for a sack.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Blitz coming, he'll throw it, and that is incomplete.
This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going, and for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
And that is no good. He missed it, and they are not able to draw closer.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7. He'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now, faking the give. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
Timing and trust. Critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And nothing doing on that one. He'll go down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
He'll get this out quickly to his left. And this sequence, not one to build on. He's going to lose yardage on the 3rd down, and quickly it brings up 4th down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10. They send him right out of the slot. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. He'll get this out to his running back. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. They'll look to throw. He's got his man, complete to Dell. It's a pickup of 12. Good for a Denver 1st down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. And we're back in Vegas after this. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest.
In trouble, and down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. We'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Just a great individual effort, and when you have a guy that can win his one-on-one matchups, now it becomes less about who's blocking him and how do we block him. Expect the offense to make some adjustments because right now, one-on-one, this defender is going to win every time.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. They lead it here in the 2nd quarter, 7-0, as they begin with a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. The defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down, and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
No problem there on the extra point, and the Raiders will level things out at 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense ready to take over possession of the football. We're trying to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be 2nd down. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Complete. A gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
It's a gain of 17.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. And he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line.
To play corner in this league, Mike, you have to have great reactions and instincts. In this case, he trusts those instincts from the jump, and he's able to send the offense going backwards as a result.
And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. He's got his man. That's Coleman. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Slot receiver headed right. They fake the jet sweep and give it up the middle. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. 2nd and 7. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Keon Coleman. Touchdown, Denver.
And that was just a great drive, really from start to finish, Mike. You could see the play caller just really finding his rhythm, mix in run, mix in pass. Results in the touchdown pass, but really everything they did, the entire possession, worked to perfection. When you can sustain the drives like that and come away with touchdowns, man, that goes a long way towards establishing your identity for the rest of this game.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. The Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. A return now from the 4. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Really just been a combination of errors here on this drive. I mean, the sack on 1st down put him in a bad spot. Then the incompletion there trying to gain it back on 2nd. And now they find themselves in a critical 3rd down here, or they're facing a 3-and-out.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. Oh, how about the coverage there? Met and dropped before he can get a return going. The Broncos, offensive Keon Coleman, set to get back to work. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. On comes the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. The fair catch here, called for and made beyond the 30-yard line. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second down. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. He'll try and get there on the ground. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down. Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Throwing now on first and 10. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards. First and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Raiders are back within 4 at 14-10. The clock showing 5 seconds remaining in this half as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So we reach halftime here, and the visiting Broncos are on top. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get our tour started out at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the scoreline. Rome Odunze, a touchdown catch in the victory. From there, we're off to check out another game. And things didn't work out so well as they fall to the visiting New England Patriots. Drake May, couple of touchdown passes as his guys win their second straight to start the year. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Carolina Panthers. Landry Jones, 2 touchdown passes as his guys make amends for the setback in Week 1.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. This is fielded inside the 5. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Broncos offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4, so he'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. The third quarter begins with a run. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. That's into the hands of Dell on the right side.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
This one, fielded out beyond the 25. The home team's offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. They trail by 4, a touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And a pickup of 3 or maybe 4. Drake Jackson out of Southern California on the stop. Here's a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 38-yard line.
Looking middle there, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
Dominic Hampton on the coverage.
And that is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Going to lose a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Quick throw, out wide, it's caught, and he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Going to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Denver 1st down.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup. He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks, and at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Well, after not having much success in the 1st half, they're able to get something going on the ground here to start the 3rd quarter. I'd love to see the play caller mix in some play action, mix in some pass game. That should open up some of these holes for better situations to run the ball.
Not much happening there, just a short game. Here's a 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Gets Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Get about 6 before he's taken down. Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? He'll look to throw. And he'll take it on in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Broncos.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Broncos are out to a 21-10 lead. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This taken at the 5. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense starting to trot out for this next possession. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 39-yard line.
On 2nd down, they run the counter. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Going up top. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, he'll throw. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They'll empty out the backfield and line up for 3rd and 3. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
Here's 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Bowers. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on 3rd, and it sets up a 1st and goal. So these two teams take the long walk to the opposite end of the stadium. We've come to the end of the third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. A throw left side there, not going to find the target. Incomplete.
That's one he'd love to have back. An opportunity to score 6 was right there for the taking. Just wasn't quite meant to be.
Back to the air one more time. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Throwing now from the gun. He's got it at the 3. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. This returnable from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position. Instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. Now this looks like a design run, and he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup 4. Here's 2nd and 6. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return, and that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Raiders offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides. As this drive kicks off under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. He'll get this complete. to his tight end Bowers. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up third and 11.
Quick throw, taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Now, faking the give. Looking middle, he's got to complete to Coleman. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Complete to Coleman. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
An 8-yard pickup. And the Broncos first down.
They'll turn and hand this one off. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Now a toss play, running left. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got his man, complete to Dell. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
As he takes it down to the 2-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. Up the middle they go. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown, Denver. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Extra point by Pinheiro is good. Broncos will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, after the touchdown, Pinheiro out to kick it away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. The Raiders offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And that keeps them ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. They'll try again here. It's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here's a big one. This 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
All right, so you take your shot, you don't get it. But now your defense has to save the day. You've got all 3 timeouts. You've got to get a stop here, force them to punt the ball back, and give your offense a chance to win the game.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, nothing more. They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. They'll stick with him again. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout. 70 seconds left to go in this game. Set to go now on 1st and 10. The defense still with all 3 timeouts at their disposal as the quarterback's down to a knee. 2nd and 11. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.